ensure that your microphone is off throughout the session. Your cooperation is very much appreciated. Thank you.
National University Public Health Campaign 2022. It's great to see all of you again back here to join us during our 4-day-long public health campaign, focusing on spreading the awareness about coronary heart disease awareness. So I'm Wei San, and I'm here with my partner Kai Hui.
Hi everyone, I'm Kai Hui. We really appreciate how you have been diligently checking in with the past sessions of our campaign and the current session, which is Healthy Eating Experience Session 1.
So in the previous session, we seen how the fitness is a crucial factor in maintaining a healthy heart. And in this session, we will be enlightened on how important the healthy eating is to a healthy heart. Over the next 4 days, we will be hosting daily episode of a show called the Healthy Eating Experience, where we will teach you some simple recipe for dishes that are both nutritious and delicious. So now let's take a look at the first dish of the day called the Hearty Oatmeal.
Well, that sounds very tasty. I'm not a big fan of oatmeal, but what caught my attention was the word hearty. It stood out in a good way by preparing my taste buds for it.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you, Kathy. I think it will taste as amazing as it sounds with all the healthy and tasty ingredients. But I'm pretty sure the audience are curious to know what are the benefits of consuming each and every ingredient in hearty oatmeal and how they can go about making themselves a dish of hearty oatmeal.
And that is why we have invited a lecturer from QIU School of Hospitality today who will be joining our session for the next 3 days to give some interesting insights into the food. So without further ado, may I call upon Ms. Asnida from School of Hospitality, Faculty of Business and Management of QIU. Thank you for joining us today, Ms. Asnida.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So I can start with the sharing, is it?
Ms. Asnida, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. So can you all see my PowerPoint slide?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. Okay, so I would like to introduce myself again. I am Chef Asnida from School of Hospitality. Okay, so basically for today, I'm going to share with you the healthy ways of preparing your dish. Okay, so for today, the dish is a hearty oats. Okay, so before we go in depth, okay, so as the main ingredients for the dish today is oat. Okay, let me share a bit about the benefits of oat itself. Okay, so basically oat itself is a very good food, okay, that we can consume where it have lots of benefits. Okay, basically it is cholesterol free, good source of fiber and low in fat. And in terms of the calorie content of oats also, it is the amount is less. Okay, where a cup of oats, okay, the calorie content is around 140 calories. It have 4 grams of fiber, okay, 5 grams of proteins, and 28 grams of carbs, where the carbs from oats is more healthier from other types of carbohydrates. Okay. So another benefits of oats, okay, it also control blood sugar spikes. Okay, this one especially for those who have diabetic problems, and then it help manage diabetic type 2, offer weight loss benefits. Okay, booster for heart health. Okay, because why it is very good for your heart is basically in oats, oats will help to lower down the HDL and also to help in terms of managing the cholesterol, where it will help to lower down the cholesterol level. Okay, and it also help to improve the bowel movement and health because of the high content of fiber in oats. Okay, so for oats itself, okay, basically in the market out there, there is several type of oats that you can find at the shelf itself. But do you know what is the difference? Okay, basically for this recipe for the hearty oats, okay, you can use either quick oat, roll oat, okay, steel cut, or the instant oat. Any of these oat type are doable. But let me explain a bit what are the difference of these type of oats. Okay, so firstly we have roll oat. Okay, so at the shelf, at the supermarket, we can easily get this roll oat. But what are the difference? Okay, so the roll oat itself is considered to be one of the a type of oat that is available. Okay, and then it is a okay, it is but for roll oat, basically it will require a longer time to cook as compared to the type of oat. Okay, and secondly we have quick oat. Okay, so it is most famous and commonly used oat nowadays, and it is likely the same as old-fashioned oat. Okay, and then because of the steaming process, it helps the oat to cook faster, where it just takes 1 to 3 minutes for it to be cooked. Okay, and next type of oat we have instant oat. Okay, it is similar to raw oat, but it's considered to be the processed version of it. Instant oat are easily to cook and quickly too. And then in terms of the preparation time for this type of oat is 1 to 3 minutes. Okay. So instead of preparing the hearty oats, okay, there are also few other options, okay, of dishes that you can prepare where it is healthier too. Okay, we have a cucumber canapes. Okay, so basically for this, the ingredients is you can use cucumber, and the topping you can choose, for example, like tuna or mayo based foods. Okay, and then we have toasted bread with avocado and poached egg. So basically for this dish also is a type of dish that is full with nutritious diet that will be very essential for our daily consumptions. Okay, where we have the toasted bread, whole grain breads. Okay, the oat, the avocado itself are high in LDL, and then the poached egg again is good for your heart too. Okay, so we jump into the dish for today, where the hearty oats. Okay, these will be the ingredients that will be required to prepare it. Okay, so the ingredients for this dish, basically we have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, 1/2 cup of roll oat. We are using roll oat for this hearty oats. Okay, we have 1 cup of water, and then for the topping we have 1 egg for protein. Okay, 100 gram of button mushroom, okay, which are fully of vitamin B, C, D, and then we're also using 200 gram of bok choy, and then we have almond flake, chicken bouillon, banana. We have soy sauce, sesame oil, and sesame seed. So instead of okay, so for this, as I mentioned earlier, the oat that we are using is raw oat. But if you don't have a raw oat at home, don't be worried. If you have an instant oat, you can just use that oat. Okay, and then instead of banana, you can also change to other fruits. Okay, for example, like berries, like strawberries, blueberries. Okay, that one is also doable because berries also are very good for for your heart itself, okay, because of the vitamins that are inside the berries products. Okay, so so for my last slide, okay, I just would like to share with you, okay, health is the crown of a good person head. That only the ill person can see. Okay, why I say this? Because whenever you are still healthy, you will not feel it is that important to be healthy. But when you are start to get any diseases, you will appreciate how healthy is very important to us. So that's all for me for the sharing session. I'm open for Q&A. If anyone would like to ask any questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida, for the amazing introduction to hearty oatmeal. I'm pretty sure that the audience can't wait to try this simple but mouth-watering recipe. Before we proceed on to the Q&A session, allow us to play a video on how to go about making hearty oatmeal. Everyone, please enjoy the video.
welcome to Series 3 of our campaign's Healthy Eating Demonstration. I'm Chef Savina from QIU's Hospitality, and throughout this series, I'm going to be teaching you some easy, healthy dishes that you can prepare at home. The best part, they are so simple that they don't cost much and they taste absolutely great. We tend to think that eating healthy is a struggle, filled with boring food that's difficult to make. By the end of the series, we're going to prove that wrong. I'm going to take you through 4 dishes that you can easily replicate at home. They are Hearty Oatmeal, 2 ways, which are sweet and savory, spinach lo mein, nasi lemak served with mushroom serunding, and the last one for dessert would be chocolate avocado truffle. We're going to start off with the Hearty Oatmeal 2 ways, which is perfect for breakfast. Oatmeal is basically just oats that have been dehusked, stamped and flattened. But we're going to show you how to make this dish so easy by just adding variety of toppings. Here is what you need to prepare the oatmeal. Half cup of rolled oats, 1 cup of water, any milk. Now, non-dairy milk like almond milk will also work just fine. We're just going to make this dish extra creamy, and it's also a great way to add calcium and protein into your diet. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Of course, salt makes it taste better, but too much salt is also bad for you. So make sure you add just the right amount. And for toppings, for the sweet and savory, we have 1 egg for protein, 100 grams of button mushrooms, which are full of vitamin B, C, and D, 200 grams of bok choy, 50 grams of almond flakes, 1 piece of chicken bouillon, 1 banana, 10 ml of soy sauce, 10 ml of sesame oil, and the last one, sesame seed for topping. Alright, let's get cooking. Start by bringing the water or milk and salt to a boil in a saucepan. Make sure the heat is only medium-high. Once it's boiled, stir in the oats and reduce the heat to medium-low temperature. Stir occasionally. Next, let the oatmeal simmer for 5 minutes or until it reaches your desired consistency. This will prevent our oats from breaking up. Next, remove the pan from the heat, allowing it to rest for a few minutes. This will give the oats some time to absorb all the liquid. If they start to look dry, you may splash a little more of liquid. Now your oatmeal is ready. Now for the fun part, add your toppings. Feel free to play with the quantities according to what you feel like you're having for the day. For the sweet oatmeal, we're going to add natural peanut butter. Natural peanut butter contains just peanut and salt, and sometimes not even salt. No fully hydrogenated vegetable oils, no sugar, both of which are found in conventional peanut butters. Then we top our oatmeal with slice of banana. So banana contains fiber, potassium, folate, and antioxidants such as vitamins. All of these support heart health. And lastly, we finish it off with strawberries and almond flake. That's it. As simple as that, the dish is sure to fix your sweet cravings. Next, to make the savory oatmeal, the methods are similar. However, this time we are replacing the liquid with chicken bouillon and water. For the aromatics, we are adding garlic, which can help reduce high blood pressure, and the button mushroom for more flavor. Then we add the sautéed bok choy and a soft-boiled egg. Eggs provide a great source of vitamin D. Lastly, we finish the dish off with a dash of soy sauce, which are completely optional, sesame oil and sesame seeds. There you have it, 2 ways how you can cook this simple oatmeal. There are countless ways to make the oatmeal tasty and healthy, and I hope you give it a try. Thank you.
Well, the oatmeal looks super scrumptious. I think it's the best part is that it's super healthy and it takes no time at all to prepare it.
I agree with you, Wisan. I think it's time we open the floor for Q&A questions. If you are curious about the steps in making hearty oatmeal, or you would like to know more about the culinary side of things, feel free to leave your questions below in the chat box. I'll be monitoring the questions. Mrs. Nita, there is a question from Angus Heng. He would like to know which type of oatmeal is the best to promote heart health, or does it depend on the other ingredients?
Okay, so thank you, Angus, for the questions. Okay, it's a very good question. So basically, I would recommend you to use roll oat instead of instant oat because the roll oat itself, it is less processed. Okay, and then in terms of the nutritional content is much more higher as compared to the processed oat or the instant oat.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida. Is there any more questions from the floor? Please do not be shy and feel free to have this golden opportunity to ask any questions you would like to know about. Mrs. Nida, there is another question from Kumaran. She's asking, what is the best time to consume the oatmeal in a day to get its benefit?
Okay, so for oat itself, okay, it's the best is either you eat it during your breakfast or during your lunchtime. It's not recommended to eat during your dinner because if you eat it in dinner, okay, it's near to your sleeping time where during sleeping, okay, we don't want to encourage our organs to work that hard because oat itself is high in fiber. So that's why I would recommend you to take it either during your breakfast or during your lunchtime. Okay, because it will be processed the best during breakfast or lunch, but not on dinner.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida. Is there any more questions from the floor? Ms. Asnida, there is another question from Putri Mariam. The question is, if we eat unsoftened rolled oats, will it affect our digestion?
Okay, so Putri, so basically for unsoftened rolled oat, okay, it will not affect your digestions because our digestion system itself is, let's say, it have its own ways on how to digest the food, okay? And basically, as long as you cook your oat well, okay, sufficiently until it is softened, okay, and then it will also help in terms of your digestion system.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida. I think the floor is now, sorry, Ms. Asnida, there's another question coming from Choi Min Cho. Is asking, can people who have gastric problem can eat oats?
So Min, thank you for the question. So basically this kind of questions is out of my expertise, okay? I'm not really sure, okay, about this, but for me, the oat itself, it does not have any problem with the gastric people. Basically, oat, how to say, it can help you to, if you're hungry, you can just take oats. Okay, it's not a problem. And basically, in terms of the nutritional value, it is good enough for you to consume. That is what I can say because I'm not really, I am not medical people to say either it's okay or not.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida. There's another question coming from YouTube from Esther. She's asking, is the 3-in-1 oats so healthy to consume, or is it better to do your own oats? Oh.
Okay, so okay, for 3-in-1 oats, okay, so I will not recommend it because of the sugar content in the 3-in-1. Yes, 3-in-1, everyone loves 3-in-1 because it is very convenient. You can just pour your hot water and you can consume it directly. But again, for a prolonged consumptions, okay, it will have a bad impact towards your health. So the best way to prepare your oat is just simply, if you are too lazy, okay, you can just prepare an overnight oat where you can just, in a jar, you put your oats, you put the milk and your favorite fruits, okay. You can do it one night ahead, okay, and keep it in the chiller, and you just enjoy it during the morning, okay, as simple as that. Rather than you take the 3-in-1, please avoid 3-in-1 because of the excess sugar inside the 3-in-1 packaging, the products.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida. We will be waiting for more questions coming. Yes, Ms. Asnida, there's another question from Suing. She's asking, besides making oats in sweet and salty flavor, is it possible for it to be made sour?
Okay, so if you made it sour, I will not really recommend it if you prepare it in a sour, unless you are a person who like to take a sour food, then you can go ahead with it. But to take oat in a sour taste, okay, it will not elevate your appetite actually, okay. So that's why we recommend it to be either in a sweet way or savory way. Okay, for the savory itself, okay, you can make it something like a porridge base, okay, where you can add chicken slice, okay, you can cook it, okay. So rather than make it in a sour, that is up to your preference, but I will not really recommend that.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida. I think there is no more question from the floor. Thank you, Ms. Asnida, for the informative session. And I think the audience is now cannot wait for trying this hearty oatmeal themselves. So thank you everyone for your questions. After all, without questions, there will be no learning.
And we would like to thank Ms. Asnida and her team for taking their time to prepare these healthy dishes. I'm sure all our stomachs are starting to grow, but this is just a start. There will be 3 more healthy eating experience sessions, and we can't wait to see what other healthy dishes will be offered on the menu.
It is time to end our session. Once again, a big thank you to Ms. Asnida and to the audience. We hope hearty oatmeal will make it into everyone's menus in your next meals. Thank you, everyone, and good night.
Before you take your leave, I would like to remind everyone to participate in the slogan design competition, where the Google Drive link for submission will be sent in the chat box. Make sure to subscribe and follow our page in Instagram and Facebook with the username AllianceQIUPSC_2022. And also a reminder to all the participants, please fill up the Google Form link for attendance to claim your CCA hours and CPT points. And not to forget, 2 lucky draw entries will be awarded to all the participants, so make sure you fill up the form.
Another reminder to check out our merchandise on our social media to ensure that you do not miss out any of the goodies that we are providing. And also a big thank you to our sponsor, HTM Pharmacy, Saw Medical Clinic, and Paul & Sons Bestbrook Tailoring for sponsoring this event. The event will never be the same without your help. This is your MC signing out. Thank you.